What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock and what you should be looking out for the future. I'm also going to break down what's going on with the overall market, how this is affecting NIO, why it's quite unusual for NIO to be selling off today despite the market trying to bounce, and what the news data and technicals are telling us for NIO for tomorrow, as it does have some potential to bounce very soon. Before I break anything down about this, though, before I get into any more details about NIO, let me just mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NEO community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks, each worth up to $3,000. And the best part is, any could be a free NIO share. The offer ends in just about 6 days, so check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So why is NIO down again for the day, despite the fact that it was forming this like bullish divergence, being very oversold? What's interesting about this is it was forming the divergence, but then it ended up just continuing to sell off, and it invalidated this one. But there's another one forming now on top of this. So you can see right here, RSI is trending up, MACD is trending up, price has been trending down to new lows. That is forming a divergence if we hold the low of the day. So as long as NIO could hold this low, it has the potential to bounce, but it's continuing to get some selling pressure because of XPeng as well. The news came out yesterday that XPeng missed on earnings. Their net loss for the quarter was worse than expected, and XPeng crashed. This led to lots of selling pressure for the EV market and many Chinese tickers. And today, XPeng is continuing to drop. It's down like 8% or 7 to 8%, and NIO is getting dragged down because of that. Also, looking at the news, I did not see any negative news affecting NIO today. NIO just announced that they have their new ES6 small SUV arriving uh, in different parts of China. They have new batches of them, the new generation. They were displaying it as well. It was very, very cool. They improved the technology and other things like that. And yet, NIO continued to see selling pressure despite this. The event was like a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but it did get affected by the market. There's also more news that came out that NIO is going to be holding an annual general meeting on June 26th. So that's going to be very big too. Now, let me just add for tomorrow specifically, we have the PCE data coming out, personal spending data, and the PCE report, which is going to be very important for the Fed's policies and the markets. But it's not as impactful for the Fed as before because this is going to be for the month of April, and this is delayed data. We have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey that's also going to be very important. This will affect the market big time. Now, in my opinion, looking at the technicals for NIO, we started to see a lot of shorts piling in, trying to manipulate NIO during a time like this, and lots of Chinese tickers. We saw over 8 million NIO shares shorted, at least just recently. And on top of that, let me just look at the dark pool data. Volume is very low on NIO, not the best, just very, very average. So now let's break down the price action. It's currently at 7.57 at the time I'm recording this. Could NIO bounce? It's possible, and I'm leaning in that direction, but we need a catalyst to get a nice bounce. If we get no catalyst tomorrow and it's just PCE, NIO will likely just consolidate around 7.5. But if Joe Biden and Kevin McCarthy come out and they come to an agreement, because remember, we have a long weekend coming, I don't think that Kevin McCarthy and Biden want there to be, a weekend without any debt ceiling deal. I think the odds favor them trying to do something, and we're getting some very bullish signals from many stocks, from SPY to QQQ, and also for Tesla. This is telling me that there's a good chance NIO is going to make an attempt to bounce. SPY had a bullish divergence that's starting to play out, continuing to test resistance around this 415 area, and we are forming like an inverse head and shoulders. It's almost looks like a cup and handle like formation, and we are seeing this accumulation playing out. It's becoming very symmetrical, so we could see this just continue to push up as the day goes on. As for Tesla, looking bullish as well. We also have an inverse head and shoulders like formation. On top of that, when you zoom out on the daily, I think it's the daily chart I'm supposed to use for this. Not the daily, maybe like the hourly chart. You could see the same thing developing on Tesla's hourly. So I guess this was fine. Once again, very symmetrical, very, very nice bounce. Very nice setup right over here. And it's looking to me like Tesla's getting ready to potentially continue to push because we formed a bullish divergence. It's pushing up from there, testing resistance, and it's gaining lots of strength as time goes on the RSI. Momentum is slowing down for now, so Tesla's going to remain flat. Unless we get the dead ceiling deal, I think Tesla could pump all the way up to the 190s if something like that happens for tomorrow. The QQQ is pumping thanks to NVIDIA and many other stocks out there. This thing could pump even harder, which could help NIO. But for now, it is losing some momentum. We're starting to slow down on this divergence just a little bit. But overall, I mean, it's still continuing to pump. So we could see this thing break above the 340s into the 345 area tomorrow if we get the dead ceiling deal. And I think the odds favor that. Now, that's based off what Kevin McCarthy and others have said. As for NIO, there's a bullish divergence developing with the market bouncing. This could help NIO. The problem is XBONG is continuing to look weak, and this is affecting NIO as shorts are taking advantage of the situation. But I still have faith that NIO could make an attempt to bounce. So let me put it this way. NIO is likely going to consolidate around 7.5, which we have very strong support around there. It's about 7.88 or 7.84, sorry. We're going to likely consolidate here unless we get a dead ceiling deal tomorrow. The debt ceiling deal is going to solve this problem for NIO. It's going to help the whole market pump. And my gut is telling me it's most likely going to be the case. And I think there's a good chance that NIO could get a bounce tomorrow thanks to the debt ceiling deal if it does come out. Now, why am I saying this? Because when you look at what Kevin McCarthy actually said without looking at the mainstream media, McCarthy said that he's fixated on the June 1st dates to get a deal done. He also said that there's limited time and he's going to continue to negotiate. He said that things are kind of difficult from the spending end, but he's continuing to work and lots of progress is being made. Biden said the exact same thing alongside many White House officials. So I'm hoping that a deal comes out soon because once again, it's going to be important for all Americans. So I'm hoping that this bullish divergence plays out as long as NIO holds 7.5 or around this level, even if it drops a little bit lower, as long as the RSI does not break below this like 18 level, there's a good chance NIO could try to get a bounce very soon. Now, for tomorrow, like I said, expect either consolidation. For tomorrow, we do have this imbalance very close to where this like 7.84 area is. So it's going to likely try to revisit this. Expect some consolidation between 7.84 and 7.51. But if we get the deal, which I think the odds favor, okay, I'm leaning in that direction. They're going to make the announcement for Friday, right before Memorial Day. I think that's what they're going to do. I think that could help NIO break all the way back up to get close to $8 over the next few days. I think that could help NIO pump as well. I think the odds favor that. I think the odds favor the market trying to squeeze. There's lots of shorts on SPY, and I think that's what the market makers are leaning for. So that's just my prediction. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Be prepared for anything, but I'm just leaning more in the bullish direction and for a bounce very soon. NIO is quite oversold. It makes no sense for NIO to crash this hard when NIO had little to nothing to do with XBONG. There are some fears about NIO's earnings because of XBONG, but once again, we have to see it to believe it, and we have to be patient. Yes, NIO may not have the strongest earnings after what happened with deliveries, but I'm not going to hold my head back because guidance is going to be important, and I still believe in the long term of this company. All right, guys, thank you for listening. I have some merch for you guys if you're interested in buying anything. And also, don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit any amount of money, and you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks worth up to $3,000 each. Thank you, NIO to the moon as the long term is very bright, and peace out.